Leadership TV for God and country.
Welcome to Health and Wellness, your number one health show on Leadership TV. And it's brought to you by Ngozi eBay. And here with me today is
Zuleihat Chatta.
Yes, and we're here to discuss and talk about a very sultry topic: sickle cell anemia. I know you've heard about sickle cell anemia. You've seen people with sickle cell anemia. So today we're going to dissect, we're going to try to create an awareness. We're going to try to tell you that there's no stigma to sickle cell anemia. So stay glued to this channel and let's get your feedback and your response. Tell us your experiences on sickle cell anemia. So we're going to start. So Zuleihat, what is sickle cell anemia?
Sickle cell anemia simply means a disorder, an inherited disorder that kills the healthy red blood cells in the body, whereby it leads to pain. And the pain is called sickle cell crisis.
Sickle cell. So growing up, I've heard students. We had classmates then that had sickle cell. So once in a while, we hear them say they're having crisis. Sometimes we did not understand. So eventually, we got to know that, okay, they usually have occurrences. Sometimes in the month, they have occurrences where they have pain. They don't come to school. Even when they come to school, they are dull.
They miss exams, stuff like that.
Yeah. So basically, people with sickle cell anemia, you can identify them. They are easily identifiable.
No, I don't think. No, they don't. No, there's some people with sickle cell that you don't like. It's not written on the face. There are some with sickle cell that you don't know they have sickle cell until they actually open up to it and tell that they have sickle cell.
Okay. While some have this, bluish
reddish
yellowish,
eye.
Yellowish eyes, coloration, and then you see some of them
pale skin. Then they are kind of bony, like some have hunchback or something, like some kind of disfigure.
So medically, like some of them have fatigue, some of them are always tired, some of them you see them, they're anemic.
Yes, they are. That is shortage of blood.
Yeah, they're anemic. And then you also find out that some of them eventually they begin to have organ damage.
Yes, and some of them they have withdrawn, like most of them don't have friends, like they have withdrawn, they easily kept to their self because of that pain they go through.
Okay. So basically, sickle cell anemia, has many Nigerians. There are Nigerians who suffer from sickle cell anemia, and it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing, but it's the society we live in, especially Nigerians. We criticize or we discriminate people a lot. And that is not supposed to be it. Like sickle cell, people with sickle cell anemia is not a contagious disease. So we should show them love and care. Not like he has sickle cell, he cannot marry my daughter. He has sickle cell, she cannot marry my son. No, they can live a healthy lifestyle like us. That is AA. Are you AA? Are you checking your genotype?
Not at all. I am AS. Okay, let me share a story, a very, very beautiful story. There was this time I was like trying to get my papers. I wanted to leave the country and all that. So that was the only privilege I had to run tests.
Yeah.
It's so pathetic that most times we don't know our blood group. We don't know our genotype. We don't know anything about us, which is not good.
We just assume we are AA and our genotype is O negative because O negative is universal donor.
Okay, back to my story. So, as a beautiful girl that I am, I just assumed that I was AA. Fine girl, black skin. I had to be AA now. Till I went for that test. And after I ran the test, they were like, your genotype is AS. I was like, no way. I am AA.
That's not my result.
The medical lab scientist was like, run the test again. So they ran the test the second time, and he was like, yes, you are AS. It's not a bad thing. And I was like, oh, wow. So having AS, being a carrier, that's AS,
Yes.
and also having sickle cell is not a bad thing. It's a health condition,
But it's
not the end of the world.
world. Like that is what I want people to like. Is having an SS carrier, call them carrier hemoglobin. It's not the end of the world, like you said. It's a medical condition, but that doesn't mean that it makes the person less of a person. That person is who is like is a full grown human being.
Yeah. So back to our questions we have, because we have questions we want to really
throw more light on
dissect.
yes.
So what are ways we can create awareness? What are ways we can help tell people like this thing is not the end of the world, like this thing is
manageable,
Yeah.
can live with it. It does not mean that you are dying tomorrow.
there are treatments.
Yes, okay. For me, basically, social media one, because a lot of people are on social media now. Social media whereby we use different Nigerian languages to actually throw more awareness on the topic. Then marketplace, because a lot of people go to market. Everybody go to market.
Yeah.
So marketplace can find a visible corner whereby we throw job, a banner and stuff, whereby you educate people again in different languages, in different Nigerian languages. Then school events, all these NGOs, government bodies,
Yeah.
going to school and teaching people, the students on sickle cell and all.
Yeah, so those are ways, and that's why we are here today. That's why we are having health and wellness show on Leadership TV, so that you will share this, you will talk about health conditions. Yeah, we're here to also give hope. Like having a health condition is not
does not make you less of a human being. It's like when you cut yourself, with knife, does that make you less of a person because you have cut yourself? So that is what I see sickle cell as. Does not make you. I guess I'm an SS. Does not make me less of a human being. You're a bit from which the only difference between you that you're AA and AS. That is it.
So let's help create this awareness. Like tell people, like encourage them. Okay, another thing.
Yeah.
What are ways we can encourage people suffering with sickle cell anemia? For me, let me start. For me, I think if we show kindness normally on a daily
And
basis
love,
to people,
yeah.
to people, it will go a long way.
And one thing again, there are some families, parents that have sickle cell children. The burden is too much for them, and they don't have people to rely on. Why? The reason being, maybe let's say I have a child that is sickle cell. As my friend Ngozi, I should be able to relate with you that this is what I'm going through. But I won't be able to relate with you because I fear that once I tell you, you use it as a breaking news and be sharing it to all the neighborhood. Once I'm going, is she the way she is dressing like this, the way she's at any party, she has a sickle cell child. Like most Nigerians do that, and it's not supposed to be. You should be able to relate with you as my friend what I'm going through, not for me to be bothering it. So the more they but sit down the pain and the stress they go through in taking care of their child, it leads to depression. So they should be able to relate with people, and please, people should be able to put yourself in that situation whereby your friend or your family relation can be able to relate with you that this is what they are going through without them feeling less of their self, without making them feel less of their self. Please, like Ngozi said, be supportive, show love and care.
Yes, a little kindness on a daily basis. for whoever, not just about sickle cell.
Yeah.
We already go through a lot. Like these individuals go through pains, excruciating pains. So if there's kindness to be shown, the level should be higher, way high there. Like show them kindness, show them that you understand that they are going through a lot, and
Yeah, dear.
and you're there for them. You're there
Yeah.
to lessen the burden. If you can help lift something for them, good.
Good.
If you can help with word of encouragement and say, oh, you'll be fine.
Good. Like if you can even draw more jokes, even when they are in pain, you can draw more jokes. You can like
To
make
lighten
them laugh,
up.
like
Yeah.
lighten up the mood, to make them laugh, like let them forget about the pain. It will go a long way.
Yeah. So those are ways we can, help these people and be kind and supportive to them. So another thing I was going through, like during the former days, our parents,
Yeah.
like what happened to them while they were dating? Like as they did not know
No.
they were AS and they had other
No.
genotypes.
So I think then the they're not all eye opening like we are now concerning this. Like now when you're dating or when you're dating to get married, they'll ask you to go through screening. You check your genotype, check the history of if there's madness in the family, all this, check your results, and all this medical screening.
Yeah.
Like you even some churches and mosques do like your HIV status and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even some mosques and churches do this these days because of the high rate of sickle cell that we have in the society. So those days, I think they don't have that. Okay, once you're ready to get married, they just gather, we give them the list of the bride price still they're supposed to pay and they pay, and that is it. So I think that is what happened during our parents' days.
So we'll be back shortly, and we're expecting the Gen Zs to be ready to answer and tell us what they think they can do now to help reduce the number of sickle cell anemia we have.
Do you know Africa have the highest sickle cell rate in the country?
Wow.
Yeah, we do.
Wow.
We do.
Wow. Gen Zs, where are you? So let's take a short break and we'll be right back.
Be part of our brand. Leadership for God and country.
Leadership TV for God and country.
I'm of the opinion that on your first date, you introduce yourself. My name is Ngozi Ibe. I am AS. Nice to meet you. Because yes,
it is important. It's very paramount these days. Like before
we begin to catch the feelings.
Like let us know your genotype so that as the feeling is catching, so that the feeling can catch smoothly.
So please, it is very imperative that while dating, you are aware of your to-be or your spouse to be's genotype, which will be helpful, which will help you know, can we carry on? We carry this burden?
Which will actually help the heartbreak and the depression at the end of the day, whereby you guys have actually reached a certain stage that you want to go through the next step, which is marriage, and they ask you guys to go and do screening and you find out that you guys are not compatible, and it will lead to a lot of heartache because you have to start from square one again. And some people, these days at the street are not smiling. Where will they start from? So it's very like you said, hi, my name is Ngozi, and AS, what is yours?
So the best way for us to deal with this issue is on your very first date, say your name, say your genotype, in fact say your blood group if you have to, so that just to be on a safe side, just to be safe, that you're not catching feelings. And
again, there's some there are some people that are actually AS and they lie that they're AA. Like, you guys should own up. It's like it's just a medical condition. Like, you should own up to it. I'm AA, I'm AS, I'm SS. Like, doesn't make you, like I said earlier, doesn't make you less of a human being. Please, guys, you guys should stop lying about a genotype. Please, like, stop lying about it. It is very, very important.
Please, why
Like,
should anybody lie about their
some
genotype?
some people do, like, series of heartbreak, like a series of heartbreak and all, like, what the heck, let me lie so that this guy can actually marry me. Then when the guy now marry you, maybe the guy is ES and you're SS or you're AS, and you now lie to the guy that the guy is AA, and the guy like, okay, since you're AA, I can actually marry you and give back to health and give back to AA or SS or AS kids. Then at the end of the day, the guy will find out you're AS, and it's which one on that thing, like, it's under heartbreak on its own. So guy, please, you guys should stop lying about your genotype. It's nothing serious to me. Like, people know your genotype is nothing serious. I'm AA, I'm AS, I'm SS. Like, we should own up to it, please.
Please, being aware of our health condition is like one step towards being better,
Towards being healthy,
towards being healthy,
and living a better lifestyle.
Yes. So let's be aware. Let's find out our genotype, and I think we're going to do a sickle cell anemia too, where we get to invite
Right.
some maybe
A warrior, we call them warriors.
Yes, maybe we
Sickle
get
cell
to
warriors.
invite a warrior and hear them and hear their experience and
Yes.
talk about
One-on-one. Let's have a here one-on-one in depth about how they live their daily life activities.
So before we end, do you have any experience? Do you know, like, anybody? Have you come in contact with any sickle cell?
Yes, I have, and she's married.
Oh wow!
Yeah, she's married. And I don't think I love about her, like, she doesn't hide it. Like, she's an advocate for sickle cells and anemia. She's an advocate. She doesn't hide her warrior. She doesn't hide it. And the pain, because the pain is nothing to write home about. Like, it's nothing. Like, when you see them, like, you cannot explain the pain, but you are feeling it for them. So, like, they are warriors. Like, I call them warriors, and the Almighty Allah strengthen them.
So I also have a sickle cell anemic. She was just resilient. She had hope. She wanted to survive. You could see that she had the faith to survive. And if Naya, shout out to you, like, as you keep surviving, as you keep being a warrior, like, each time I see her, I am cheering for her.
Yes.
I'm happy.
And they need that too. Like, they need that cheer. You should cheer for them. Like, they need that, because it's not easy going through that pain every day and you stand up to be better. Like, some of them go through depression. Because sometimes it's not the sickle cell that kill them, because of the depression of, okay, what is of going out today? If I don't even know if I'm going to have, if there will be crisis today, or like, the crisis is not like something like, okay, today you're having crisis, so stay at home. You might actually go out to your workplace and the thing will happen. Yes.
So we're going to end the show by indulging you to cheer them on. Let's cheer our warriors. Let's give them
supportive,
being supportive,
be
love
caring,
them.
and believe. And one other thing, please, if you guys don't know your genotype, go to the hospital, go to the nearest clinic and check your genotype. It's very, very paramount. Thank you.
Thank you for staying on this show. We expect you to share, create awareness, and always stick to health and wellness. Your number one show on health. Thank you.